What's going on, Al Stasic?
Hello, Jay Kinder.
Hey, man, just thought we should shoot a little video today. So we had an idea. Al and I were talking, and we said, you know what, man, a lot of people really don't understand what's making eXp so disruptive. So we thought maybe we would break that down for you in a real simple video, just so you can understand why eXp Realty's business model is disrupting the traditional brokerage.
Yes.
Al, what would you want to say before I start drawing on the whiteboard here?
This is going to be different
Yellow
than
board.
any presentation that you've ever seen. It's so simple that if we were sitting and having a cup of coffee, we could do this on a napkin. So you ready, Jay?
Right, the napkin video. Here we go.
Let's do it.
So when you think about the traditional brokerage office, the first thing you have to separate yourself from is this is not disrupting the real estate industry as far as the agent is, as far as disrupting agents and how we think about it as agents. But when you think about because our clients are the consumer, a buyer and a seller is your client. And for a real estate office, real estate brokerage, you know, their client is us as agents. So when you think about disruption, it's disrupting the way the traditional real estate brokerages have operated. That's really what's being disrupted. So let me explain how that works. And typically in every other real estate model that I've ever seen is you're going to have at the top, you're going to have the ownership. Underneath that, you're going to have a regional owner. And the regional owner's job is to go do what? Their job, they have a specific defined territory, and they get to go out and
sell franchises.
Who wants to buy one of these franchises, right? So the franchise. Okay. And underneath that, what is the franchise's job? What is that franchisee supposed to go do?
Hire
anybody?
An office manager or team leader.
Right. So there's someone. So there is a manager, a recruiter, really. There's somebody that gets hired. It could be the franchisee, the owner, the person that bought that. So they go hire a manager or someone that's in charge of recruiting on a day-to-day basis. And usually along with that comes some staff to support them. And all the way down here at the very bottom, us as agents. We are at the bottom of the totem pole. Go sell some houses, everybody. Y'all go sell some houses. We got to pay for all this stuff that they've got here going on here, right? So here's basically how it works. As we pay royalties, so there's a royalty that goes back up here, generally gets split between ownership and the region. So the region, this regional person here has actual what's called revenue share. They're sharing in the revenue that they've helped develop this region with all these franchisees. They're filling it up with the franchisees that are filling it up with their recruiters and managers and the staff that supports them and going out and getting agents to come to the company. And you're paying a royalty right here. In fact, let me show you what the royalty gets you. So just so you know, I got three. I have more somewhere. I don't know where they're at, but I didn't want to bring them all inside. These are what I refer to as my $100,000 royalty trophies. So if you pay enough money to Coldwell Banker, I'm not saying this is bad on Coldwell Banker. This is actually a really nice heavy trophy, but I think I was number 2 in the world on this one. Top 10 nationally. Yeah, total units, top 10 nationally. So I got 3 of these big heavy awards, but guess how much in royalty I paid to Coldwell Banker that year? 100,000, over 100,000 in all 3 years. So this is my $300,000 trophies over here.
Hey Jay, have you ever tried to go down to the corner bank and try to deposit that trophy?
Yes, yeah, they don't. There's really no market for them, and there's really no value to them. So thank you very much for my awards and all, but that's really didn't that's what and until you're producing a lot of business, you don't really realize how much money you're paying in royalties. But there's people that were benefiting from that, right? So that's the model. So how in the world is eXp different, and what makes it so disruptive to anybody who has a traditional model like this? Al, what would you say? Anything that you would say before we move over to this side of the presentation?
Well, it was 2 years ago, actually, this month when I finally saw it, and one of the first people that I was actually lucky to get on the phone was Glenn Sanford, and we got him on the phone, and what he told us, and you might have actually been on that call. What he told me is when this really clicked. He wanted to literally get rid of the regional owners, literally get rid of the franchisees, get rid of the office managers, and take the agent from the bottom of that totem pole all the way to the top and make them an owner. And wanted to make sure that the revenue that he was saving on paying the regionals, the revenue that he was saving on paying the office managers and the franchisees, he got rid of all of that and took the money and put it right in the agent's pocket in the form of revenue share. That's when this clicked for me.
So that's right. So what did Glenn do? He went and he basically took the company public in 2009, and he created shares. So now the agents can have shares, which is ownership. It's also an asset at the end of your career. Instead of paying in royalties, you actually have stock awards. We're not going to get into that in this video, but you actually have the ability to earn, just for selling real estate, ownership in the company. That was something he was able to do by taking literally hundreds of millions of dollars that are in the typical real estate model, flipping it on its head. And now the biggest challenge that you have now, if you're thinking about from the company's perspective, well, who the heck's going to go grow the company? I mean, these people bought these opportunities because they were going to go recruit and they were going to fill up these offices. And that's how these big companies grow. That's how these franchises grow. So what can you do now that would be beneficial also to the agents, that would be a win-win and be in alignment? Well, what you could do is you could say, well, since we give this revenue share back to the regional for helping us grow the company, why don't we just do the same thing since we have the agent at the top, and the agent is the focus of our company. It's an agent-centric model. Why don't we just allow the agents to earn revenue share for anybody they bring into the company? So not only as an agent now, you get to earn the same revenue share that a typical regional owner, which I've seen price tags from $200,000 to $500,000 to own a region in a real estate franchise. It's not, but this is a passive income stream based on the volume of agents that it brings into the company. And you're responsible for supporting these franchisees, and they're responsible for supporting the agents. In this model, the business model is flipped on its head, and the agent is the opportunity to have ownership in the company as well as revenue share for any agents that they help grow the company. So that's really what's been disruptive about eXp's real estate model. Is it's disrupting those franchisees that have brick and mortar. Now, in order to do this, there is something to be disruptive. You have to have a disruptive technology. So there's really three things. We've talked about two of them already. There's three things that you have to do in terms of being disruptive. Number one, in order to get rid of this bricks and mortar and this business model, they had to have a cloud office. With the understanding that disruption of not having bricks and mortar, this cloud office needs to be able to deliver more value to you as the agent than a brick and mortar office would. So what are some ways, Al, that a cloud office can deliver more value to you as an agent than maybe having a brick and mortar office to go into?
Well, I have a really nice brick and mortar office here in Cleveland, actually. And we've got about 40 agents on our team. And on a daily basis, I would say anywhere from 6 to 8 of them agents actually come into the office. Now, some may think, well, that's kind of weird. But if you actually go out and talk to Keller Williams, anyone who owns a franchise for Keller, Coldwell Banker, Remax, I even know some Howard Hanna managers, that is about normal. Most agents, more than 50, I would even go on a line and say 60 to 70% of the agents that belong to any brokerage, with or without, if they have brick and mortar, do not come in. The beauty in being able to have the cloud operating is that all the training, you don't have to get dressed, you don't have to go, rush out and fight traffic and try to get somewhere. All you got to do is literally fire up the cloud, go in, and you can see 20 to 30 hours a week of live training without actually having to fight traffic and get into an office. That's one of the things that the cloud has done. They've also supported all the staff that eXp has hired is all in the cloud. So the accessibility, you're not having to go send an email and wait, or maybe wait in line for someone to come out of the office. All you do is you log into the cloud, walk into the department you need, and they're there to treat you literally like family and help you solve the problem and get around so you can get back to selling real estate.
Right. And this is what's amazing. So think about it this way. I think most everybody that's watching this video would say, Well, there's a few things I go into the office for, and one would be support, right? So one would be training, and another one might be, you know, the atmosphere. Maybe you go in there because, you know, you like the atmosphere. You can get away from your screaming kids at home or whatever. So I would think those are probably somewhere in there, and it might be collaboration. Actually, this really might not just be atmosphere. For a lot of people, it would be just be able to collaborate with other agents if that's what's happening. And hopefully, that's the business model that you have, where your agents in your office actually share with you. In this business model, there's a reason for them to do that, because there actually is a financial incentive for us to all win together, which is very cool. But that's the cloud office. You can get more support faster than you can by driving into the office. So it's more convenient, and it's there's more support than you could ever probably imagine. It really is. I think that's the biggest surprise people have. Two things people tell me when they join eXp. But they always say it's better than I expected. It's better than even I thought it was going to be. And that's even for the eternal optimist. But it's the collaboration and the support. That's what people are surprised, because they don't know how it works until you get on the inside. But that's, you know, you have more training and more collaboration with top agents across the country, and more support in a cloud environment, and it's more convenient. So no different than Uber, Netflix, Amazon. These companies all went to the cloud-based business model. That's what eXp has done, and that's disrupting the traditional real estate office, because it allowed them to create an ownership opportunity. Create, you know, this is a disruptive technology. The cloud office, which we own, is a disruptive technology that's allowing us to have a revenue share for agents and ownership for agents. And also, I would say technology would be another one. So the agent ownership, so the stock awards, and also the rev share. And I would say the last one is the technology, right? So the technology that you get to use is it's hard to write like this low on this thing. So, and the technology would be, that's beautiful handwriting, but that actually says technology. And you know, that which is included when you join eXp. So like, depending on where you're at in your business, you have way more opportunity in this business model to grow your real estate business through the collaboration of the top agents and the support and the training that's offered. You have more opportunity as it relates to an exit strategy and having some ownership and some stock that's worth something in the future at some point. You have the ability to create a passive income stream from agents that you bring into the company. That is a very exciting opportunity for a lot of people that are joining. And then you also have all the technology that's needed for you to run your business successfully, instead of having to go out and buy these tools. They're being provided to you at eXp. And so hopefully this was a short way to describe the disruptive business model, eXp's disruptive business model, and made it a little bit more clear why this is growing at the pace it's growing at, which is the fastest growing real estate company probably in history. Would be my
hands
guess.
down. Yep. And check us out. Check us out on your favorite podcast platform. Just search One Big Fire. The whole reason we joined this company, Jay, was because in 2015 you had a vision. What's really great is that the vision really didn't include eXp. We didn't know anything about eXp in 2015, but you stood up and said, wouldn't it be great if we could all put our fires together and make one big fire? Meaning we could all collaborate together. We can all support each other together. Instead of being in competition, we were in co-opetition, meaning cooperating and helping each other and lifting each other up. And that was the vision. What's really great is now One Big Fire podcast is up and running. Check us out. Subscribe to us on iTunes or wherever you like to listen. We're on Spotify, wherever you like to listen to your podcasts. Also, if you want to tell them a little bit about our partner opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the huge benefits that you know, that eXp brings to the table is the fact that when you join eXp, you have a sponsor, and that sponsor is really responsible for your success at eXp. You know, that would make you our opportunity and our responsibility. And so if you're looking at eXp and you don't have someone that you're talking to, if you are talking to someone, you should keep talking to them. But if you don't have someone and you're interested in having us sponsor you, you can go to partnershipsurvey.com and fill out a little survey. And there's a video you can watch. It's a bigger explanation around eXp and the partnership opportunity and partnering with us. And we would love to be able to support you if you decide to join us at eXp.
Great. Great job, Jay.
Right on. Have a great day.
Well,
all right.
We'll see you at the top.
Or from the top.